I'm a man of my words. Mario is back. Previously, if you got 10,000 views on it, I would return with Mario as requested. And a lot of people are requesting that I return as Mario. So I greatly appreciate the 10,000 views. And hey, let's shoot for another 10,000. Who knows, Mario might become a mainstay on this channel. Now, before I go any further, I do have to take this off and address something serious. YouTube has come out and stated that they do not notify everyone who subscribes to you when you release a video. That means when your video goes live, YouTube doesn't notify everyone who subscribed to you. That's essentially the breakdown. Now, why this is they stated they don't want to spam everyone's home menu where they're subscribed and they see your videos under their subscription, their home tab, and things like that. They don't want to spam that with your videos. I don't see how when you upload a video and you're subscribed to someone that it's spamming that you know that they have a video. I think that's exactly why you click the subscribe button. Nevertheless, I'm not the one in charge of that over at YouTube. So I do have to unfortunately ask you to click that bell when you do subscribe. So if you're subscribed, please go to my main channel, click the bell, and you'll always be alerted to when I actually upload a video. A lot of people have stated that they don't get my videos. Originally it was 23%, now it has increased to over 30% of people not seeing my videos. That's very, very bad for a channel over 500,000. It would be a real shame if I disappeared simply because people weren't seeing my content, not that people didn't want to watch my content. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, let's jump right back into the news. I mean, this is a very necessary news story to cover because it does have to do with the platform to which you are watching me on. I want to begin with an update from the Overwatch League rules. There are leaked documents that have come out updating what the Overwatch League's rule sets are. Now, I'd just like to point out that while they don't want to go line by line and comment on this, they have commented and talked about the leaked documents, stating that all the players in the Overwatch League have had access to these documents and that it is a living document that can be updated at any time. So I want you to put yourself in this scenario. You're an esports pro player, all right? You do something that could be subjectively written into the rules against the code of conduct. Who knows what it could be? It could be one of the most minute infractions. And then you get fired and banned from the league or fined. And then that inevitably leads you to being fired and replaced. That's pretty crappy. That's why I think a living set of rules is pretty ridiculous. I think there should be pretty basic rule sets set in stone, and that's it, man. You know, EA is also hiring for an open world Star Wars game. This is an in-house hiring, so they do have internal jobs in the company, and this is an internal job, so it's not an exterior listing by accident. Rather, that they're looking for a leader who will be able to ensure designs that will maintain high traffic servers for multiple platform games. It's going to be an open world Star Wars game, okay? That's basically what's going on here. Now, we know that Vicerio Games was shut down, and unfortunately their Star Wars game that they were developing was canned, and likely this is going to become that. They're probably going to take assets from both Battlefront, Battlefront 2, and that canned game, put it all together into one open world game. Will it be as ridiculous as Battlefront 2? Likely not. They'll probably tone it back enough to where there won't be massive outrage, but this is likely in response to Battlefront 2 not producing enough money anymore because, you know, the loot box controversy. So they have to get another game out there, man, to fill its place. Nonetheless, you might not want to trust that. Well, maybe you should trust that one because it's an internal job listing, but you shouldn't always trust job listings on sites for video game news. Yeah, so apparently there was a company. I'm just gonna run through this real quick. There was a company, they put out a job listing for something, it was a mistake. But When they put it out, their stock went up by, around, I believe it was 7%, okay? That's a lot of money, man. That's a lot of money. When they corrected the problem, their stock dropped around 4%, 4.8%. So not good. Not good to trust job listings as a speculative measure for investing in a company, or at least covering the news saying, oh, there's a new game coming out, guys, because there's job listing over here. You know what I mean? So now we have something kind of, oh God, GDC panel. Video game depictions 90 times more violent than actual war. This article plays with words a lot. It's not good. Quote, I think, in general, video games are much more violent than military operations or military simulations. This is incorrect. This is untrue. And this article does go in and cites a war veteran and talks about it. So there's an individual, his name is Andrew Barron, is the director and design for Bohemian Interactive Simulations, and he is he's a veteran who has been deployed in Afghanistan. I've been to Afghanistan as well for a year. He's been deployed in Afghanistan in 2010 for several months. We were very close together when we were deployed there, believe it or not. I was in 2009 towards the tail end, and he was in 2010, so very close time periods. And I gotta tell you, I'm gonna tell you right now, and I'm gonna explain this to you as easily as I can. War is 10 times more violent than video games. Video games are a snapshot of the moments, the most ridiculous moments of war. And let me tell you, a lot of those hero action scenes in Call of Duty, a lot of those hero action scenes in Battlefield, they don't go down like that. It's more like a couple hundred soldiers go to a location and get the job done with massive losses, or people die here and there, you know. Maybe there's minimal losses, but there's still losses. It's not one hero. It's not a platoon of 5 individuals going through and taking on an entire division. You know what I mean? This stuff doesn't happen, man. It's very rare and very obscure. He stated that, as a rule of thumb, if you were looking to take on an area, like a fort or a base, there would be 30 enemy soldiers there, surveyed, scouted out. You would then take 3 times the amount of those soldiers, meaning 90 soldiers, to go and take the fort. That means 3 men on 1 soldier. It would be incredibly difficult to take on those odds and win if you were the enemy. That is what they like to do. Now, the person here, he did a good job summarizing and stating what he felt about this. I have no idea how the title is here. I have no idea how the sub headline here is. It's not true. It's not. Real war is much more violent than video games. Video games are just a snapshot of things that could possibly happen. Real war is ridiculous, all right? I've seen towers blow up. I've seen Chinooks crash, man. Rockets, RPGs. I've seen an RPG blow up a gate before. I'm telling you, real war isn't good. And that's partially why I'm still crazy, all right? Let's just throw it out there and leave it at that. PTSD is a real thing, and having your brain twisted, turned, and destroyed is a real thing. Epic Games is adding live record and replay features to Fortnite. There's a lot of things nowadays that allow you to capture footage. You know, like on the Xbox One, you can just capture footage, as well as the PlayStation 4. So it's really nice that you're able to capture something that you did and show it to people. But that's something that is going to be happening with Fortnite. That's really cool. And also, finally, I want to close on this. What is going on with all those hacked Fortnite accounts? As you may be presently aware of, there is an underground location on the internet called the Deep Web. But there are also websites that sell video game stuff, and they are unchecked often. Places like eBay allow people to sell codes, and whether or not these codes are legit or stolen, a lot of the time you'll never know, and likely eBay will never know. So they interviewed a couple hackers and talked to them about this. There's a program, they put in said username and run a likelihood amount of passwords that they have in with this program, and if they get a match, they get a hit, they steal the codes, they get on, they buy codes with credit cards, with PayPal, and they're able to get what they need, then sell the codes online for $5 to $10 to $50 to $100, whatever they need to sell it for. And this is basically how hackers operate. This has been happening since the 90s. This isn't really a surprise to me. It might be a surprise to you, but once again, I've stated many times, do not keep your PayPal linked to your Fortnite accounts. Do not keep your credit cards or debit cards linked to your Fortnite accounts. If you have them linked right now, de-link them. You know, the likelihood of them being able to charge up your account if you have nothing attached to it, pretty slim. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of What You Missed News. I've been your host, Mario. Please leave me a big thumbs up, like, and share this with everyone you know, especially people who are playing Fortnite. There's a lot of people out there who play Fortnite. Let them know about what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. And if you dislike this video, leave me a dislike and tell me what I can do better in the future. And yeah, I'm off to de-link all my accounts of credit cards, PayPal, and just kidding. I never linked them in the first place. But I will see you guys in the next episode of What You Missed News. Hope you guys have a fantastic week. And yes, I wear glasses under the shark mask as well.